XRP needs to be a free-floating asset in order to be able to absorb the additional demand over time. It can't be fixed. It may be stable, just like stable coins are, but you see them flex a little bit. Sometimes they're worth a little bit more than $1. Sometimes they're worth a little bit less than $1. I think that that's how XRP is going to be at scale. And so there will be small discrepancies in payments that get sent. And if you had to calculate every single one of those and then come back and do your taxes with gains or losses between those transactions, it's just too much. So I think that they're going to simplify that and just say, hey, I don't know if they'll eradicate all capital gains on XRP and XLM and some of these other digital assets that are used for value transfer, but I think if you're using it in that capacity, they may provide an exemption to people that are using it for payments or in a institutional or enterprise setting. And then, when it comes to actually borrowing against the XRP, you want to understand the volatility risk, the LTV, the interest rate, what your obligations are for payments, just like any other loan. That's what it is. It's a loan, right? So you're getting either new basis XRP or cash or stablecoins against the XRP. And if that value falls too far, there's volatility in the market, you're going to have to shore that up. There'll be a capital call. And you need to be prepared in order to be able to meet that if that ends up happening. But you have that excess liquidity that you can then go do other things with, right? So if you're deploying that into something that is tokenized, that's a lot more liquid, that generates a return that you could pull from very quickly if there was volatility in the market to be able to rebalance the other, that's probably not a bad thing. But again, you want those additional assurances like, how often am I able to pull this out? What are the funds being used for? How is it held? What's my counterparty risk? So, I think that that's the majority of the way people are going to be able to participate with their XRP and do all the things that you want to do, right? Like, you're not investing in this stuff to just hold it forever like a pet rock. Like, you want to be able to take benefit from it. But you don't want to have to deal with, huge tax implications. You don't want to lose it to creditors. You don't want to lose it to divorce. You don't want, your children to get married and, that to become a problem if they get divorced. You want things structured the right way to be able to mitigate those risks, and that's what we help people do. And then also on the lending, if you have a financial advisor, they're going to say, hey, you probably shouldn't take more than 20 or 30% LTV on this. LTV is loan to value ratio. So if you put up, call it 100 XRP and you took 20 to 30% LTV, that would be 20 or 30 XRP that you would put up.